I just jump scared myself. I forgot that I switched my septum ring. So, I heard like surprise, but also, this is why I started the message. Listen up. I gotta scare away the like normies to begin with, because this message is not for normies, okay? If you're a normie, if you're a muggle, get out. What if it didn't have to be hard? What if it didn't have to be hard? That's literally what Spirit's saying. What if it didn't have to be hard? Also, random sidebar before we jump into this message, I just created a Notion dashboard for the people in my inner circle. So if you're in it, check Patreon. You got a little invite, because it's a Notion dashboard of character creation, of you building the new character of you. Yes, using the framework of D&D. Big brain. So if you're interested and you're like, Izzy, I want access to that, let me know. Maybe I'll put it on my website for people to yoink, and or come join the inner circle, because we're freaking cool. Okay, what if it didn't have to be hard? What if it didn't have to be hard? I heard, what is hard? For your foundation, building a foundation. And that lately, that song has been making me think, and that's funny, Black Moon Lilith at the bottom. That song, that word, firm foundation, it makes me think of a church song about like building a firm foundation. I don't even remember the lyrics. Shout out to my Exmos. I think I mentioned that in another reading. What if like building the foundation to sustain the person that you're moving into didn't have to be hard? Like the character creation, I'm like, what if it can be fun? Like building this new version of you, like looking into that, I'm hearing like looking into inspiration. With Black Moon Lilith, I think there's a bit of shame that comes in to actually letting, and I just felt it. Letting yourself be this version of you. I want to kind of get a clearer idea on like what is standing in your way. What is, and I heard like it's not real. Your guides are being really blunt. They're like, none of it's real. Like nothing is standing in your way. Oh my gosh, we have the mystic, the poet, and the thread. That's literally, your guides are like, baby, you're already there. We have full moon at the bottom. Full moon in Sagittarius, potentially giving deeper clarity. Come join my inner circle. We're going to be meeting. I don't know why I'm being so silly with you guys. I don't know who you guys are, but yeah, that's it. Spirit's like, that's it. That's the reading. No, I'm gonna do a little more digging. Yeah. They're like, you're at bedrock. Like, there's no more. Like, you're like, let me make more space. Let me just. It's like in Minecraft. Like, I'm gonna keep digging. But you hit bedrock, and it's like, it's only up from here, baby. The thread, the poet, and the mystic. You already have, that's the thing that they're saying. You're trying to build a foundation, right? What if it didn't have to be hard? You're trying to build a foundation for your future when it's like the future that you're projecting for yourself is completely, like, it's not completely different than what Spirit has in store, but you're like thinking of it in a very 3D way where it's like, I need to get the degree, or I need to do the thing, I need to do that. Instead of like literally channeling into your mystic ass powers and being like, I'm actually going to show up at the right place at the right time. I'm going to follow my instinct. I'm going to follow what Spirit and the signs are showing me, which is a completely different operational force than you've ever embodied in your entire life, Bridge. Like, I've been noticing this with clients that I've been meeting with the last couple weeks, is there's a wave of collective people that are now bringing in a new blueprint, a new foundation, a new structure for us all to operate on, which is through this deeper intuitive knowing, understanding. Like, how do I describe this for you guys? You're operating in the like, I need tangible evidence and proof that things are working out, and that's what a muggle job shows you. Like, I show up, I clock in, I get money. Spirit's asking you to like expand your energetic field a bit more, because it's like, you know, that is guaranteed and that path is what's familiar for you, and Spirit's asking you to take a leap of faith that it can be easy, that you can trust, and that things can. And here's the thing, guys. Let me make myself bald for you for a second. I have been where you're at, where it's like, I'm not getting paid every 15th and 30th, right? I've been there. You guys would be shocked at my resume and where I've worked and the things that I've done, because I've been all over the board. And it's like, you're playing chess, and Spirit's like, this is quantum chess, where there's like multiple boards. And I'm thinking of the Queen's Gambit, where she's like literally like being invited to each board to play, because like there's so many different options and opportunities for you. And Spirit's like, your foundational structure that you're trying to build from limits you, literally. Thanatos and the Threshold. They're like, you gotta... This is making me think of yesterday. I was watching as a spider was wrapping up a caterpillar in its web. And it was fighting back. It was fighting back. And it's like... I had this moment of like, I could play God here and like save that caterpillar, but I was like, no, because like I respect the spider too, and that they set up this web to do all of, and Spirit's like, you've got to expand and like take like step out of your comfort zone. I see you as like a spider just at the center of your web, and they're like, and that guys, Spirit's literally like, you can't go back to your old way. Follow your joy, follow unconditional love, the frequency of love. And I wouldn't have guessed that I'd be sitting here doing readings like this, because I've been very like grounded in the 3D reality, because there is an importance of like understanding there is a game that we're playing, but I'm giving you the cheat code right here, which is literally following your joy and following unconditional love and trusting. Come join my Discord community and or inner circle as well. Like some of y'all, come on. We're reading Florence Scovel's complete works, which is like literally all about manifestation. The unseen, the castle. Spirit's literally like, when you trust the invisible realm, right? What you can't see, but it's faith. Faith. This is a bigger thing. I'm like, I want to pull up the book, but it's on my other computer, my laptop. And it's like, faith is the recipe for creating, right? It's kind of like the parable of like, turning, like how Christ turned the like loaves and fishes, right? Into like multiply them. You can do that. Christ was just showing us how powerful we were, by the way. The maiden. Like, you are like, Spirit's like, it's like in the vessel and the medallion. The key thing for all of this with you is like deepening, like creating a deeper level of trust with your vessel, with your body, and holding the frequency of the energy of actually receiving said thing. In this book that we're reading, it was talking about how this woman was waiting for like $3,000, and she was on edge with it, on edge, and Florence was like, and she was like, well, I would love to like have this thing. Like, you need to prepare to actually receive the thing, right? Which means like, if you're wanting a new house and you're like, this is the house that I want, buy the blankets that you want on the bed. Like, do the things as if you already frickin' have it. That's what's happening here. And like, Spirit's like, it's going to be taboo the way that you're doing things, because most people, 75% of our society is in a consensus state of thinking, which, look into Carl Jung's work. You're broadening that. You're moving into a more individuated state where you're realizing, oh, I create my reality. I am the creator of my reality. So create your reality. Yeah, your family's gonna be triggered because you're stepping out of the blueprint, of the familial blueprint. Just saying. Surround yourself with people that understand you, that want to hold you, that want to receive you in this capacity. Join my Discord, join my inner circle, find other it doesn't have to be my community space. I just like to offer this sort of space to people because I have been there. Okay? All right. I love you guys. Come join those spaces, and my offerings are all on my website. Everything's there. Okay? I love you guys.